Hello, hello. Good morning and welcome to Monday, the 27th of April. Would like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here, where it is amazing. It is just a gorgeous, no, you can't see, very blue day outside today. So I hope everybody has this lovely weather. All right. All right, so we still have the moon in Virgo, all right? So it is being ruled by Mercury in Aries, which is coming up to conjunct Chiron, all right? So the moon right now in Virgo is about self care, health care, service to yourself and others, uh, healthy diet, health in general, small animals, what else? The inner critic, all right, that analysis, data driven information. All right, so it's past the south node. All right, so we might have been processing a lot of work over the weekend. Maybe you woke up with a lighter mind. Maybe you dreamt something through. I don't know, I like that one. But today, so we do have Mercury, we do, or we had Mercury square Jupiter early this morning. Now, this is a very escapist type of energy, and it is very much mentally pushing the limits. Now, with that Virgo moon and Mercury, Mercury is approaching Chiron. All right, so we are mentally processing things. However, that individuation that Aries brings, Mercury is very aware that in order to move forward, there are things coming up that he needs to process and deal with very soon. All right. So that Mercury conjunct Chiron is Wednesday sometime. Oh no, Thursday. Oh, see, I haven't got Fridays because it's then the new month. So I've done to the end of the month. Anyway, the fact is, you might be uh, mentally coming up against things that you're very aware need to be dealt with. All right. So that's not a bad thing. Never a bad thing. All right. So that's the sense of the moon at the moment. So we do have a couple of irritating factors today. All right. So if I quickly go through the moon's aspects today, first of all, we have the moon in conjunct Mars at 12 o'clock. All right. So this is around lunchtime. All right. So Mars in Aries behind Mercury. All right. So Mercury's already dealt with Aries and moved on. Then it's going towards that emotional triage place that we need to be dealing with. All right. After 2 o'clock, things get marginally better with a sextile to Jupiter starting to form. So this gives us the opportunity to have that awareness. All right. Jupiter is knowledge, awareness, abundance, higher thinking, education. It's in Cancer right now. We're feeling quite jovial, quite benefic to the people around us. So that's a good aspect. All right. So, excuse me, if we do start to deal with any tension around that lunchtime, then I think after two, those cogs will begin to turn. All right, so we'll be able to sort of start, like I said, process things. All right, so that's exact at 9 p.m. So there's a 7 hour window in the middle of the day where knowledge is power, or knowledge is what we're able to go for and do that mental processing, which is perfect. So I've got a tutorial at 2, so I'm very happy about that one. I did not plan it that way, but I'm very happy that it worked out that way. And then after 6 o'clock, we also have an in conjunct with Mercury again. However, like I was saying, if you can understand what Mercury's motive is at the moment, and try to just have an open mind when you're cognitively starting to feel things. All right, so I'll just click the button and then I will read the words. Oh, good morning, DG. Good morning, Johnny. Hello, Barbara. Good morning, Helen. And good morning, Christy. All right, so today, if you feel the tension rising, stop, breathe, and bring yourself back into the moment. All right, remember it's Virgo energy. We're going to be hypercritical and very specific about our emotions. And with that Mercury Chiron, we're going to be sensitive. With Moon, our emotions in conjunct Mars, things are going to irritate us quite easily. All right. So again, uh, in that evening factor, when after 6 the moon starts to in conjunct Mercury, I think you're going to be well prepared for it if you just continue to watch your thoughts and actions and interactions today. All right. So it feels a bit like, here's what I was when I was trying to feel into it. It's like there's a fast pace. Mercury's very fast at the moment. All right, so it feels like you are transferring all the data to a new storage system with a deadline and no instruction manual. So you're like, what am I doing? I'm on a time constraint here. Everything's quite fast, and I'm like, eh. So winging it has never been so much fun. And yes, Deborah, that was very sarcastic. But I feel like, again, if you are just paying attention to how you're feeling and observing your environment, I think you should be able to bring yourself back fairly easily, because remember, you guys have got the heads up. You know what the day looks like, whereas other people that are like in the irrits are just like, what the fuck is going on? So yes, so just be very aware. Now, another one that is potentially going to be poking the bear is Venus is trine Pluto. Now, trines are good, but you can also have uh, too much ease. All right, so when we're looking at this one, all right, Venus, I feel like this is a bit of a financial one. Look, it's great for getting to the heart of the matter, right? Venus is in Gemini. She's very communicative. And Pluto is in Aquarius, and he wants to free up the energy so that moving forward can be done in a transformative and easier way, full of truth and clarity, though. He doesn't want any of this hiding shit bullshit. All right. So if in relationships you are ready to talk about specific things, awesome. But again, remember to stop and breathe if you can see people getting frustrated. Now, if this is financial, then maybe making those phone calls. In the one on Saturday, no, Friday, I was saying that. Oh, actually, no, it was chatted. Elizabeth posted something afterwards saying that there was a shock around finances. Now, I had a similar type of experience. However, I rang my bank. All right, Venus is in Gemini now. Perfect time to do those sort of things, and I got to the bottom of a matter. All right. So here's that Pluto. All right. We had a phone call on Thursday, and it was not satisfying for me. I was like dwelling on it. So Friday when I rang up, I was like, look, I need you to look into this. All right. And it actually, they had to go all the way back to November to figure out where the problem started. Now I ended up getting a refund because I dug deeper. All right. So I hope that this is a good example for yourself, that if you do have any of those financial or things of value or relationships, all right. So if it is a relationship and there is a sensitive matter that needs to be spoken about, Mercury applying to Chiron, remember in Aries, it's about you as an individual. All right, so there's the moon. Sorry, there's Mercury Chiron. The bonus that you've got, that you can analyze the information with that Virgo. Hopefully, you may have let go of any things that were causing issues. Moon is past the south node, but this aspect of, so it's 2 a.m. on Wednesday that Venus is trine Pluto, but it's exceptionally strong right now. So again, if you need to converse with people about love or money, relationships, or things that are of value, then today and the next couple of days is a good day to do it. So, and going back to that, the information strategy or the information overload that might be coming through to you at this time. Remember, breathe and just come back to center. All right. So when we get too frazzled and we're like, oh my God, there's too much stuff going on, we let our boundaries down, and therefore all our energy escapes us. So this is why when you come back and you're like, what? Yeah, I'm sure someone can clarify this one. I'm sure there is when you're overwhelmed, you can stop and breathe and look at four things in the room that are solid. look at three things outside yourself or outside, or like there's something like that. There's a numbered process to bring yourself back cognitively, and I can't remember it right now, but I know it's there. So like I said, part of the stop, think, stop, revive, survive. Stop, come back, process, and then try again. Again, we're data driven today. We're analyzing things. Now, I mean, look, on a different note, maybe you're looking at your diet. Okay, the moon's in Virgo. Maybe you had a realization over the weekend that you ate too much, or you ate something that didn't feel good. So now you're stepping into a more structured plan of looking after yourself. Thank you, Virgo. All right, so that could be a good thing. Maybe that irritation or the adjustment is, like I could look at that and go, all right, I do have a new diet plan today, a new meal plan. All right, so I'm going to stick to my plan, and then around lunchtime, maybe I'm going to go for a walk. Maybe I'll use that in conjunct to Mars that could cause frustration to actually go and physically expel some energy. Could do something like that. And then obviously, like, that Jupiter and going and doing something with your energy is going to make you feel better, therefore cognitively act better as well. So, all right, let me click the button again because I feel like I'm just rambling now. I know you love my rambles as well. Thank you. I heard you. Oh, DG, so relevant. I'm back on a 12. Yay! Oh my God, I love that, DG. Oh, that's so good. So good. And that's brilliant. Trying to keep smoking. Yeah, that one's a hard one. That one really is a hard one. What is the smoke screen that you're trying to not witness? And especially when it's a very long term one, because then you're dealing with ancestral stuff as well. All right. When you get into families that are smokers, DG, like I said in that one, I had to go back to November. You might have to go back decades to try and figure out where that smoke screen started. So I just want to show you a photo. So yesterday, that is my I have lost 10 kilos since January moment. So yesterday when I was talking to Nat, my amazing online PT trainer, yeah, I got to my 10 kilo thing yesterday, so I was like, yay. So yeah, I just was happy with that. So again, this is the slow steady progress that Saturn in Aries is offering everybody. Now I have seen quite a few of my friends posting from the gym, like Ron, he's back on the treadmill, and I'm like, yeah. And Rachel, you are always inspiring me. Christy, you always inspire me. You've got so many people out here that are just doing that steady, consistent effort. And that is what Saturn in Aries is offering us. So if you want to jump on that available energy, then just start walking. Just start doing something foundational and disciplined for your own self-worth. All right. I know that's more of a Venus word, but I'm saying just the self. Focus on yourself, and then everything that comes from that is amazing. So let's draw a card because again, I'm just like blah 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 blah. All right. So yeah, so we've still got this Virgo moon all the way through until 7 p.m. tomorrow. So, look, maybe this with that financial stuff, this might be a really good opportunity for you to, it's April, catch up on your taxes. Like go through your receipts, go through your filing system. That's always a good one. Have a good declutter. Oh, um, my brain said, remember that you only need to keep things for 7 years for the tax department. Maybe you can get rid of some paperwork. I love that when Mick does that. He goes through and does that every now and then. It's so good. So, all right, the card for today. Just to summarize it all. Oh, this one. Oh, wow. I like it. I like it. It is the Five of Cups. All right. There are four empty bowls there. But I feel like this one here, this one near her foot, Pisces related, I feel like she's letting that go. And look, she's just watching it go down the drain. There's that south node. So she's watching, this okay, meal liquid that she once loved, that maybe she realized it was the thing that was irritating her, or I don't know. Again, I'm going with the food feel here. You know, maybe you've realized that, like Mick, both of us, we can't eat chocolate anymore. Both of us react to chocolate. Thanks, guys. So, you know, maybe this is one of those things where you're realizing that there is something in your life that is not serving you. However, she still has one full bowl right next to her, and it is shining brightly. It looks like the universe is reflected in that bowl. And so to know that I'm not going to go hungry, I'm not going to go thirsty, and eventually those bowls will refill with something that is going to serve you better. Maybe you don't like whatever. You know, when you eat something for so long and then all of a sudden you're like, I just can't put that in my mouth anymore. Maybe it's one of those things. Like with that Virgo discernment, you know, maybe you've just got to that realization that it's like, okay, well, from this point forward, I can't do that anymore. So, there we go, ladies. There we go. So, click the button again. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I know. And it was just so easy. Yeah, see, wine, Deej, can't do it anymore. I'm just like, I have bought, like, I think it was at like bottle three, where I'm like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. And then it was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. So, yeah, it got to the point where the universe was like, oh, you've been asking me for this long. Okay, I'll help you out. So, yeah, and oh my gosh, so too, for one of my exams, the one that I'd studied all last week, I have to change it. It's based on a different system. They weren't specific. There is true and mean meaning the average. So, you know, points radically change. And so I've been doing it on the one that changes, and now I have to go back and change it to the one that doesn't. And I'm like, that was a week's worth of work, and it's not too much. It's not too bad. But again, I'm like, you know, there was that information was not specific enough. I'm like a week in now, and you're telling me that I have to change it. Thanks. so anyway, that's me, ladies. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and gents, if someone joins, I'm around today, but yeah, study mode activated. So I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm here, and yeah, I hope you all have a fabulous day. Mwah, love you guys. Bye.